Okay, let me just repeat the last slide and then I will move it forward. Okay, here, today we are talking about why you're invisible even though you're talented, the exact 5-step system to stand out and attract clients. How to position yourself so clients see you as the only choice, and the content psychology that actually converts, right? So, everything in your business comes down to these 5 things: your niche, your positioning, your messaging, your authority, and your offer. And they are not in like separate, they're connected. Um, Coming towards this, that if you're I already told you, if your niche is vague, you'll find that your messaging is becomes weak. And if your messaging becomes weak, you'll see that your authority is getting invisible. And if your authority is invisible, um, regardless of the fact that how amazing your offer is, your offer does not convert. So see how these are interconnected. You just can't fix one thing and leave others. So you have to fix the foundation first. And today we are going to talk about all these things step by step. Step number one: niche. Niche, you must have heard it multiple times, like who you serve and what problem you solve. And this is the there's a statement that you have to craft, and it has to be on your bio, on your profile, everywhere. One of the simplest formula to find out your niche is: I help who achieve what without objection. You must have heard it as well, like before as well. But what happens when we start working? We start having this kind of self doubt, or kind of we start overthinking that if I niche down, uh, there might be people I might miss who need my help. And in order to help everyone, what do? You are not able to help anyone. So niching down is very important, especially when you are starting out. And let me give you some examples of it. If you haven't built your niche now, there is also there is also 15 minutes training that I have designed only on niche clarity and positioning. So if you need that help, you can DM me niche clarity and I'll be giving you the link of that training. So here there are certain examples. Like, if I talk about myself, I help women coaches build a personal brand that attract premium clients without needing thousands of followers. Literally, I don't even have thousands of followers. I have just 8,000 on my Facebook, and I had, 1,100 on my Instagram, but I removed some people um, who were not my audience, and I did not want my content to go everywhere, right? So I had to remove those people. It's just 800 over there. So you don't need thousands of followers. You are not an influencer. You are building a business, and even a, a couple of hundred people or some thousands of people are enough for you to sell your premium offers, your mid-tier offers, and your low ticket offers. There can be an example that I help. I'm just giving you an example so that you, if you have a paper and pen ready, you can write, on your own. The niche you might get some niche clarity. For example, I help women navigating divorce or career change, rebuild their confidence and identities so they can start over with clarity without years of feeling lost or stuck. So you have to understand what is one thing that where you really want to help people. You want to work with mothers, you want to work with corporate professionals, women, you want to work with uh, female entrepreneurs. Everybody has a call, everybody has a specific gift where you feel confident. You cannot be an expert in every area. And if you don't want to be an expert in a specific niche, you definitely know the difference of a simple physician and a surgeon and a specialist. So you will still be getting clients, you'll still be getting coaching clients, but they won't be ready to pay you in high ticket if you're not niching down, if you're not building yourself as an authority in a specific niche. You will get clients, just like a physician gets it. I'm not saying that you are not gonna get, but there would be difference, right? So in either in the chat, try filling this in for your business. Don't overthink, just try. And I'm just leaving you with 30 seconds. Uh, if you want to just type here in the chat box, and if you want to get some clarity on your niche, you can do that. Okay. Step number 2, that is positioning. So positioning, once you know your niche, right? The first step is clear. You know your niche. Now you need to own it. Positioning is how you differentiate yourself from everyone else in the same industry. It's this positioning is actually the answer to why you and not someone else. Like if Sheila Moin is there and why somebody would invest in you and not the other mindset coach. You know, there are so many mindset coaches over here. And what I see mostly that there's some trend by influencers, by some coaches, and everybody try to copy it. So you are not someone who has to copy everything by others. Yes, we can take inspiration from those who are ahead of us, but we cannot literally copy each and everything. You have to add your own element and how you will be doing it. Let me just make it clear. What happened that coaches see someone really successful and think, I'll just do what they are doing. Because I have seen myself, there are so many mindset coaches who have transitioned from mindset that was their core niche to something else. And their messaging is still mixed. If they have transitioned, that's amazing. If they're getting towards business coaching, that's amazing. But their messaging is still mixed. It seems like they're still confused. How do they want to position themselves? Because they might think that this niche is profitable, so let's get into it. Every niche is profitable. You will find clients in every niche. You just have to position in the right way. So you're not supposed to use the same language, same content style, same everything as used by other successful coaches. Because usually it happens, and then they women wonder why they're not getting the same results. People do not follow those who are just copying; they follow originals. And how you can build your original um, brand story positioning, it is based on three things: your unique story, that is called your brand story, your unique method, and your unique perspective. Now, coming towards your unique story, that is simply nobody else has the same story as yours. Do you think when you're coming into the world, into this digital world, and you're showing up, do people even know about your story, who you are, where you're coming from, and why are you the expert they will invest in? Like you, what's the journey that brought you here? For me, I know I have worked in business development department of a pharmaceutical company. I'm a pharmacist. I had zero digital skills. But when I came here, I learned multiple skills. I learned copywriting, appointment setting, lead generation. And maybe I might be a very good copywriter today. But what happened when I started, I used to write good as well. I did not know how to acquire clients, and that became and I started getting into that self doubt. And I really don't want anyone to go into self doubt just because you don't know the branding, marketing, and sales. No business can run without learning branding, marketing, and sales. Either it's a small shop, or either it's a big firm, or either you're working as a solopreneur, or you're trying to build your business in online world. So branding, marketing, and sales are one of the most important thing. I think the most important thing out of all those departments that you're running alone. Even in the companies, the major budget goes to marketing department. even more than production department. So the story is what makes me different from every other branding coach. They might be coming from somewhere else. I was so career oriented. I got married early. I couldn't pursue my career, but I started after 5 years. Then I worked in the industry, and then I didn't feel aligned. And again, went into self doubt that there's some problem with me. Why am I not able to establish my business? I'm not able to get financial freedom. I'm not getting the kind of life that I want. It took me almost 10 years, I guess, after completing my studies, no, 11 years to get into this industry and start building and start, you know, feeling that this is something I truly want to do. I'm so passionate about what I do now. It took me years. And then coming towards your unique method. What's your specific approach or framework that is different from others? So Nabila is saying, I feel everyone is working for same purpose with different method. I'm not getting clarity on this statement. Like, what are you trying to say by saying it? Everybody is working for the same purpose. Like, what? What are you saying? Just explain it and then I'll answer it. Coming towards the specific approach, what's your specific approach? When I'm talking about myself, I would name my program as Magnetic Brand Blueprint, right? So when I'm saying it's Magnetic Brand Blueprint, what is included in there? Either I'm showing this to the world that this is the difference in my program, this is the support that you will be getting in my coaching program than other coaches. I'm not using the bro marketing techniques. I won't be, we don't rely on funnels, we don't rely on websites, we just rely on the personal branding. That is the most important thing in today's world. There is international participant here, Rabia, actually. So that's why I'm not, being bilingual. Otherwise, I do try to be bilingual in the masterclass. So, coming towards your unique perspective, why do you believe that? What exactly do you believe that others don't? What's your contrarian take that's different from others? So for me, I say you don't need thousands of followers to get premium clients. You don't need to run paid ads in the beginning. You don't need to have complex funnel systems. You don't need to have websites. And here I'll give you an example of a very renowned coach based in UAE, Saudi, Fatma Masalla. She's the one who has broken records only using social media, only using um, these platforms without any high-end tech, without any funnels, and only using personal branding to acquire high ticket clients. In fact, I'm still using the social media platforms to acquire clients. I did buy a domain, but I did not build my website. I have some landing pages there that I use, but not website. I believe that's not needed right now. So when you combine all these three, that is your unique story, your unique method, and your unique perspective, that's the point where you build your positioning. Just a minute. Now coming towards, just give me 1 minute. I need to set my screen. Just give me 1 minute. Oh, it's set now. Now coming towards the step three, that is messaging. And it's the most interesting part. Now here's where most coaches completely miss it. They either use generic, fluffy language, like I hear empowerment, transformation, living your best life. But your dream clients does not Google empowerment coach. No, she Googles how to get rid of my anxiety. why am I not able to speak up when something uncomfortable happens in front of me? Why does my heart start beating so fast? So, based on real life scenario, what your client might be going through, or what kind of help that person need in that specific situation. Nobody thinks that I really need to transform myself. Rather, they want to get rid of some specific problems and specific pain. Your messaging needs to speak to the exact pain points using the words she's having in her mind and she's already using. So messaging, here we need to understand messaging psychology, and we see that people don't always buy based on only on logic. They buy based on how they feel, that is mostly emotions, but we cannot leave this part as well. We need to craft our messaging in a way that it's catering to both the aspects, that is logic plus emotion. And for that, we have some different kinds of content that I'll be discussing in upcoming slides. And when they're taking the decision of buying, their brain is checking for six things before they decide to buy from you. These six are psychological triggers. The first one is certainty. Um, it's like, does this make sense? Is this logical? If I'm investing, like before someone invests in you, her logical brain needs to feel really safe. She's asking, does this person actually know what they're talking about? Like, is there a clear process here, or is this just inspiration? This is why vague content kills sales and nobody takes interest. And when you say the kind of generic sentences, I help women live their best life, their brain has no certainty. There's no logical path from where she is to where she wants to go. But when you say, here are the three real reasons, like you keep delaying investing in your growth and how I help my clients move past each one so they can finally stop overthinking and start taking actions. You have to talk about that particular situation. And then her brain starts, getting that vibe. Okay, she understands my problem. Why am I delaying it? It's a kind of example that I'm giving you. This is real. This makes sense. So certainty is built through specificity and frameworks and clear outcomes. Second is identity. Are they able to see themselves in your content? Like, is this me? Do I see myself in this? This is the most underestimated trigger and the one most coaches completely miss. Like, people do not buy coaching, they buy a version of themselves. So when people invest in my coaching program, they already have a version of themselves in their mind that they want to see, but they're not able to achieve on their own. We all need help in certain areas. Like if somebody is coming in my masterclass, I know they're an expert in their mindset, but they're struggling with the marketing, branding, and sales part. So similarly, if somebody is very sane, the person knows everything, but that person, no, even after knowing a lot of things, I'm struggling through anxiety. I'm struggling through stress. I'm struggling through XYZ situation. And I know I'm not able to solve it. So if your content is not showing them their current situation, where they are right now, and what they can become when they invest in your coaching, your content need to make the audience feel deeply seen, as I said, in their current struggle, and show what they're capable of becoming. So, something like this should directly come from their mind. This is literally me. When they read you and they stop over there. If she reads your post and thinks this sounds nice, but it's not really about me, people scroll. This is why niche clarity is not just a marketing exercise. It is a psychological one, I would say. The more specifically you speak to to your ideal client's identity, their fears, their language, their daily reality, the more they feel safe with you, the more they feel like you're speaking directly to them. And people buy from people who make them feel understand, right? Human connection is the most important strategy that we have. Now, coming towards the belief pattern, will this actually work for me? So, how exactly they know that whatever, if they invest in your coaching program, would would that help them? Can I trust this person? Here's what your dream client is silently thinking, like, I've tried things before and that didn't work. What makes this different? So, is she actually qualified enough, or is she actually just another coach on the internet? So, this trigger is about trust, and trust is built through proofs. If you have already worked, not the certifications that you have. I see coaches, they are showcasing their certifications, but trust doesn't build through that certifications. Yes, there should be a portion where you are showcasing your certifications. Trust is not built through certifications, not fancy titles, but real stories of real people getting real results. If you have worked with your clients, showcase your client case studies, showcase wherever you have helped. I'm telling you, whenever I post testimonials from my clients, I get a lot of DMs at that specific time. Like your client's transformation stories, your own journey, and your specific methodology. These are not optional things. They are the non-negotiables, I would say. They are the evidence their brain is searching. Like their brain is searching for before specifically they invest in you and they start feeling safe. So every time you share a client's win, every time you showcase your process, every time you speak honestly about your own struggles even, and what shifted inside you and what you're building, this is where you start getting leads. We all say that we're not getting leads and things like that. The fourth point is emotional connection. You know, as women to women, when you talk about certain struggles that they must be going through, people make decisions emotionally. We have discussed it and justify them logically. This means before her brain is convinced, her heart needs to be moved. We women are very emotional. Also, men are emotional in certain ways. So she needs to feel that, not just think, you know, that you understand her world. This is where most coaches stay too surface level. They talk about mindset, they talk about limiting beliefs, but they don't go to the specific, raw, vulnerable place where their client actually lives. So you need to go there. Talk about you know, the 2 a.m., 3 a.m. Moment at night, that spiral. The moment before, you get on sales call with your client. Think about what she might be going through in her mind at that point. The, and the exhaustion of knowing exactly what to do and still not doing it. Like when I connect with coaches, they know they need to work on their branding, they know they need to work on their marketing and sales, but they struggle in that specific area for years, for months without taking help. And once they take, they resolve that issue. Their mindset coaching, they know when someone learns things, when someone learns tools, they they become capable of helping themselves after a couple of months. So this is that kind of emotional connection, and this is what make people feel that they need to work with you specifically, not just any coach in the industry. Now, coming towards urgency, and I don't mean to say any fake urgency here. You need to show people what would happen if they act now and what happens if they don't. Yes, they have time, they can invest in any program, in anything where they're struggling. Similarly, people in your industry who are struggling with anxiety, fear, stress, What would happen if they invest in your program right now? And what would happen if they keep delaying it? So here's the uncomfortable truth about urgency. Without it, people, I would say, will genuinely delay buying. They will keep suffering. And I've seen people suffering, and you must be seeing people, uh, uh, getting into trouble. Women getting from mild anxiety and stress to severe depression. People become suicidal. They will. So you need to understand that you are a guide as well, not just as a coach, that you have to show them what is the situation right now. So urgency is not manipulation. What most people actually assume about it, that urgency is kind of manipulation. You, once you understand that urgency is helping your audience feel the real cost of staying where they are. Like what if they keep staying at the place where they are today, even after 6 months, even after 3 months, even after a year, how worse the situation would be at that moment. So people who start working on their, if I talk about myself, the coaches who start working on their brand 6 months ago definitely would be ahead of people who will be thinking about investing and coming and joining and building their brand after 6 months or a year. The gap grows every day you wait. So this is the same thing you can depict in your content when you're working with people who are dealing with some kind of emotional overwhelm or stress, anxiety, low confidence, whatever your niche is. How the life would be after 6 months if they do not work on that specific thing. I have seen people, women developing autoimmune diseases nowadays if they don't work on their, and that is proven by science, research. Now even that concept is also there, that there's a heart and there's a brain in your heart. You guys must know about it. Neuroscience uh, has developed this much, वो कल्ब वाला जो एक point है. So coming towards the last point, that is ownership. This is the final gate, and the most coaches accidentally close. Nobody wants to feel sold to. And I'm repeating it. Nobody wants to feel sold to. Nobody wants to feel like they were convinced or pushed into something. The more you push, the more they'll back off. So if she wants exactly what you offer, and if she feels pressured, she will pull back. Your audience will pull back. Ownership means your audience feel like they are choosing you, and they're choosing you freely without any pressure. It sounds like this is not, you can also tell in your content. You can also, whenever you are showcasing, whenever you are promoting your offers, you can say this is not for everyone, and that is completely okay. Like when today you guys have joined me in this masterclass, so this masterclass is completely for free. And you might be expecting that I might be giving an offer in the end, and I will be giving an offer in the end, but that's completely okay. This is not for everyone. Those who just wanted information, they are here, they're getting information, and I'm not keeping any gates. I'm sharing everything. But those who want support, I'll be opening spots without any pressure. So the less you push, the more your audience move towards you, because they feel safe, they feel respected, and they feel in control. And especially as a woman, because I work a lot with women, as a woman who feels in control of her decision becomes your most committed client, right? Now, coming towards all these points, now connecting psychology to content. That what kind of content we need to post. I'm giving you a glimpse of it. And this is very important point, because mostly people only post educational content, and they end up only getting views and not clients, because they miss on the other two elements of it, other two types of content. The first is educational content, right? This builds certainty. It tells people like this makes sense, this is logical. For example, if I three reasons your content is not converting, the three reasons you can say you're still getting anxious, you're still feeling anxiety even after journaling, I'm giving you a content idea. So or the number one branding mistake I see coaches make. Similarly, how to position yourself as an expert. This is your teaching. This is my teaching content, and similar can be yours. But here's the problem. If I've already told you that if you are only posting educational content, people will learn from you, but they won't buy from you. So you need the next two types as well. The next type is storytelling content. Coming towards the second type of content, storytelling builds identity and emotional connection, which is very important. The story, it makes people feel this is me, she gets me. I was posting every day, but still not getting clients. So people who are here, I'm posting consistently, but I'm still not converting. I'm not still getting paid once. Or the moment I realized I was undercharging. Similarly, you can say, I'm journaling every day, but I'm still not able to get rid of my anxiety. I'm practicing every day, but I'm still not able to speak up when I go to present, when I go in my office to present anything, depending upon your niche. So, the very moment, the stories that are genuine, the vulnerable moments, these are storytelling contents that build identity and emotional connection. Because here you're not just teaching theory, you are sharing with them the real experiences in life and where they're struggling. Now, coming towards a third one, that is authority, and authority content builds kind of belief. It shows this actually works because she is getting results, and the example of it, clients' testimonials can be, example of it, case studies like how my client went from, um, if I talk about myself, $0 to $2,100 in 90 days, or you can say my client went from um, emotional overwhelm to XYZ in these many days. So this includes behind the scenes of your process. This is your kind of proof content, and everybody needs proof. Nobody has, extra money to invest in anyone. They need proof before they invest in you. This is what moves people from I like her, I like this coach, to I need to work with her. And you need all these three type of content. You have to build a strategy around that, not just one, all three. And how you will be doing it? There's a platform and content strategy, um, and that's called Tofu, Mofu, and Bofu. This is called funnel, a content funnel, right? What does tofu, mofu, and bofu means? It means top of the funnel content and bottom of the funnel and middle of the funnel. Let me give you examples of it. What does it mean? So, when we are talking about tofu, the top of the funnel, this is where people discover you. And for that, you have to post reels. It's very important that you start posting reels because reels have more reach. It reaches to even your non-followers. So your content does not stay restricted to your followers and your friends list. And there are two kinds of reels. One is talking head reels where you're just coming, talking and speaking, and the other type is B-roll content where there's a clip and there you post a caption over there, and then the main content is written in the caption. You have to build your content strategy around all these things so that You're getting eyeballs on your content, and you're not only getting eyeballs on your content, but you're also converting them. And how? Now, coming towards the second type, that is move, middle of the funnel. This is where people start trusting you. Content becomes deeper, more specific, more personal. And example is that to fix the exact, here's how to fix your messaging if you're struggling with the messaging. So the example of this mofo is carousels, and carousel is a very good example. They are also getting, they also, if you post them properly, they also get inside the reel tab, and even they get more reach on depending upon the platform. On Instagram, carousels get more reach. On Facebook, long form content gets more reach. So depending upon platform, what's your priority, we design the content. Mofo includes carousels plus stories. Now coming towards the Mofo, that is bottom of the funnel. This is where the decision happens. Now people need proof. For example, clients' results, case studies, what I would do for you, kind of, how exactly you can work with me and what happens when you work with me. You can post this kind of content, especially in your stories, in your free master classes, even in your content, and when people are coming in your DMs and then you're sharing with them something. That is the bottom of the funnel content. But here's a key that I also told you before, that if your content is only tofu, you will get views, you will get eyeballs, but you will not get clients. So you need to move people through the funnel, like tofu, mofu, and bofu. Uh, can you repeat the second type of reels? Second type of reels are B rolls. B rolls are where you shoot a clip. Either I shoot a clip of my laptop or myself sitting somewhere, my plant, and then I post some um, I post some caption over there, and then there's a long form. I'll give you example of it if I can. Let me see if I can drop the link of any such content. Let me just drop the link of that so that it becomes easier for you to understand what I'm trying to say. This kind of content, if I can go in my Zoom room, not able to post it, I'll share it with you. My Instagram is not able to log in the laptop. Login नहीं हो पा रहा मेरा Instagram, otherwise I would have shown on screen. Now coming towards the biggest mistake that most of the coaches do. They try to sell too early. Your audience does not trust you, your audience does not believe you, and you're trying to sell them your high ticket offer. You have to follow some strategy. You have to build some systems where they're getting into your world, they start building trust in you, they have some experiences with you, they get into your low ticket offer, and then they start seeing results, and then they invest in your um, high ticket offers. That's how it is built. In fact, I have examples of it multiple times. I just I I conducted a free master class. Somebody joined me. They joined a boot camp that I conducted after that, and I alone closed $5,000 from that single client. That person was based in Middle East, and that coach was based in Middle East for a year of coaching. So this is something that needs strategy. Nobody would just come and buy from you. That doesn't happen. In fact, you don't do that. If you have done NLP, you have done CBT or whatever certifications, you must have seen your coach somewhere. You must have built trust. You must have, you know, do the competitor analysis. Either this coach is good, this organization is good, or that organization. So how can you expect that thing that somebody would come and just buy from you? So step four is authority, and authority is not about being perfect. We're not supposed to be perfect. You will go, if you go on my Facebook profile or on my Instagram, you will see me posting content 3 years back in a very different way. I was not confident. I used to, stammer somehow. I used to sound very naive and I used to talk like, okay, I know what I'm talking about, like this. Whenever you embrace your imperfection and then you start moving forward, that's the point where you start building credibility. People see your journey. They are here in the industry. There are people who are connected with me for the last 3 or 4 years and then they buy in the third year. So your task is to follow the process. And trust me, when you're following all these process, clients will come to you. They will come from the same way they are coming to other people. According to research, nowadays people are investing a lot in coaching, in mindset coaching. There's a lot of awareness about mental health. Me- There's a lot of awareness about it, and people are very conscious about it. We are educated and we are getting into it. Every other person knows that they are going through anxiety, they are going through stress, they are going through overwhelm. And when people can invest in high-end bags, they can invest in dinners, they can invest in clothes. There are people who have growth mindset and who wants to get rid of their um, current situation. I'm into mindset coaching, right? I'm not into mindset coaching. I'm into this branding, marketing, and sales. But I struggled with some of my clients. They had traumas associated with them. So I also got a trauma informed certification so that I can help my clients better. So if you're connecting with people of growth mindset, so, you're also a mindset who, if you would be offering, some trauma informed coaching, and I knew that you are someone who is offering it, and I would find you the only option, I would have invested in that because I am here. I know I need to help myself. I could recognize some of my patterns as well, where I was getting attached with some traumas, and I saw the same patterns in my clients. So I got that done so that I can help my clients even better. People are investing. You just have to understand there are people who are investing, there are people who are moving forward. Even sitting back in Pakistan, I have invested more than $10,000 in learning all these skills. And that was huge. Nobody in my family was entrepreneur. Only one cousin. That just cousin, she was working in Amazon. She actually motivated me to join this online industry. And she's also now she's working in both niches. I don't know if she has joined today in mindset niche and in the Amazon as well. No, she has not joined. Okay. So I mean to say there are people who are ready to invest. Only you need to understand where they are. Either you're able to address their pain point or not. Nobody was entrepreneurs till I did that. I did not even tell my family, whole family. Only my husband knew that I'm going to do this thing. It was a big risk. But in your life, you have to make sure that either you stay stuck over there or you move forward. Now, coming here, when we're talking about building trust through proof or authority, I have told you that you have to um, share the real results that you have achieved in your life or with your clients. Even if you have helped only 3 people, right? You should know how to showcase that. Share their wins. Craft a story around that, the real story. I'm not saying any fake story. Share your own transformation, that is before and after. Where you were, where you are right now, where your clients were, and where they are right now. Teach what you already know. Free value also builds authority. Nobody comes into your world for the very first time by paying you. And giving away, I would say 80 to 90% of your knowledge for free, people will pay for the implementation, support, and accountability later. If someone is coming into your free master class and they're not getting anything, they won't pay you anything. But if they're getting into your free master class and they feel like, yes, this is something where I'm missing and I've got the knowledge, but now I need implementation and I need that support on every step. I cannot do things on my own. If somebody thinks they can do it on their own, that's completely good. But if you think I cannot do this on my own, I really need feedbacks on every point. I have tried it so far. They do invest in. And this is where the value ladder comes. Your offer, now we get to the money part here offer. Okay, I'll repeat Mofu. Wait. Okay, middle of the funnel content. We talked about top of the funnel content where people discover you, right? Now, middle of the funnel content where people start trusting you because and your content starts becoming deeper. So I'm not just talking about only building authority, positioning, niche, XYZ. Now I'm telling how exactly you can build your niche. I'll be telling what is the real reason that your messaging is not landing paid clients. So I'll be going into a little depth. Similarly, you will be crafting your message. You'll go from the superficial level to a little deeper level. And the format that you can use for it is carousels and stories. So here now you're coming towards the money part, and that is the offer, right? Here, just give me one minute. Here is what most coaches get wrong. They think that if I create my offer, and if I create an amazing offer, people will buy. People don't buy because you offered something really amazing. They buy because they trusted you and something that you are presenting is valuable. So trust is built through the value ladder and not by just crafting an amazing offer. Even if your offer is something that they badly need, they won't invest in you. Here is how the value ladder works. You offer something free, that is the free masterclass. You need to design lead magnets on continuous basis. Masterclass you cannot do every time. You can conduct a masterclass once in a month or once in 2 months, 3 months. This is how you do it. But what you can do as a freebie and bringing your client from this point, that is lead magnets, and the purpose is to build trust. Now coming towards the mid tier, I hope you guys know what lead magnet is, where people are saying yes to your content. They spend time with you, and research says that some people need to invest certain hours with you, either watching your content, either having one-on-one experience with them, feeling that this person is capable of helping me at this certain point. Coming towards the mid tier, here comes your boot camps, your workshops, your mini courses. It can range from $20 to $200, and purpose is building belief system. But yes, I can see myself hanging over here. I'm struggling here, and then this person is capable of showing me the gap. And then coming the premium offer that you can, depending upon you can start it from $300 to $1,500. You can craft a group coaching programs, or you can also craft your one-on-one coaching from $1,500 to $5,000, whatever, wherever you are standing right now. So purpose is to create transfer. Why people invest in premium offers like group coaching or one-on-one? Because they have to experience that transformation. They have the free value everywhere. They know that internet is full of so much freebie, free knowledge. This is the high time they feel like getting rid of that problem by walking the path and becoming the version they already have in their mind, and they can see a mentor who's capable of helping them achieve that result, right? So you guide people up this ladder. You don't force them to jump from freebie to, $3,000 offer. You give them value first, and then you ask, do you want quick tips or real results? Either there are so many people who take quick tips and then close that masterclass, close the book, they read book and then nothing retains. Because real transformation happen when you are implementing. And when we're talking about here offer psychology, you don't force people to buy, you guide them. And it's something very powerful. You give them value first, you show them what's possible, you let them experience working with you, and then you ask, want to go deeper? Free versus paid. Now they can see the contrast. Quick tips versus real transformation. And this contrast creates decision. When people see the difference between what they're getting for free and what they will be getting by investing in you, the decision becomes so easy for them. And this is the complete system around. Step one, that was niche. Get specific about who you serve and what problem you solve. Step two is positioning your own unique space, your unique positioning, like your own unique space with your story, with your method, with your perspective, and then coming towards the messaging part, where you speak to their pain using the words they're already using. You also involve that psychological triggers, you have to include those elements that gets you responses. Now coming towards the authority part, where you build credibility through proofs, results, and consistent value. And then the offer, guide people up your value ladder from free to premium, and this is the game. Not so many contents, like you don't need to post 3 times a day, not more effort. It needs better communication. You don't need to become better, like who you are good in your space. You just need to become clearer and you need to follow the systems. And the shift, what happens? If I talk about my system, when people start working with me, they before situation is like posting with no inquiries, undercharging, feeling invisible, watching others succeed. And now after, they are getting DMs from dream clients, confidently charging the premium prices, known as a go-to expert, and whatever the capacity they have. Fully booked calendar doesn't mean you have one client every day. It means whatever capacity you have. You can serve 3 clients in a month, one-on-one, that would be fully booked. If you want 5 clients in a month, you want to, start group coaching. So whatever you want. And here's the reality that you now have this complete framework. And if you implement everything I taught you, you will definitely see results. And here's what I know from coaching. Like in the last 3 to 4 years, I have coached more than 100 women. Knowing the framework and implementing the framework are two different things. You might be thinking, like, this sounds great, but I don't know where to start. Still, I need help applying this to my specific situation, or I want someone to guide me through step by step. And that's why I have created my coaching program. And in the next 3 slides, I'm just giving you a glimpse of my coaching program, what it is going to be. If you need details, you can DM me Magnetic, and I'll be sharing with you details because time is already over. I'm just giving you a glimpse of it. So, Magnetic Brand Blueprint, be the only option in your niche. I'm opening some limited spots inside Lead to Success Academy. There are two options. Either you can work with me one-on-one in private mentorship, or 8 weeks group coaching program. There are limited slots, but the first 5 action takers will be getting massive bonuses and huge offers, huge bonuses inside it. If you need to get that, you just have to send me the word magnetic and I'll be sharing the complete detail. You will be getting the exact blueprint that helped me and my clients build a brand that helped us close clients worth thousands of dollars without being salesy and being authentic. So here I would say thank you so very much, everyone. I'm so glad that you are here and you chose your own growth. You invested your time to learn all these things. And if you have still some questions, you can DM me by today and I'll make sure to answer those questions by tomorrow. I made sure that I answer you during the masterclass as well. Thank you so very much, everyone. Um, I'll be ending this session and DM me the word magnetic to get the details about the mentorship. Thank you so very much. Take care, guys. And Allah Hafiz. It was nice being with you.